Friday night double gamer from WagerTalk.com. Let's talk about two exciting and entertaining contests in the association as we approach the end of the regular season. Teddy covers from WagerTalk.com with a big game breakdown. And let's start in Golden State, where the Nuggets are traveling to face the Warriors. Looking at my Odds Logic live odds screen, I'm seeing, let's call it -1 for Golden State. There are some pick'ems out there. There are some -1.5s out there. Total sitting at 235.5 as I record this on Friday morning, West Coast time. And we're talking about two teams that were involved in arguably two of the most entertaining national TV games of the season this week. The Nuggets had that wild double overtime loss to Minnesota by a point, and then the Warriors won over the Lakers last night. Maybe not quite as entertaining because the game wasn't as close, but boy, that was a lot of fun to watch. Both games, a lot of fun to watch. If tonight's game is close to what we've seen from these two teams in recent outings, it should be a fun game. And of course, I always talk about seeding not being a motivator. This is a very meaningful game for seeding. The Nuggets right now in the number 3 seed, the Warriors the number 5 seed, and both teams looking to improve or solidify their playoff positioning. Before I go any further, I do want to let you know about what's going on right now at WagerTalk.com. First, if you like this type of content, we appreciate the likes very much. Just click like. It makes all the difference. Comment below. Tell me what you think about tonight's game. It's okay to disagree with me. If we all had the same opinion, there'd be no betting marketplace. And of course, what do we got? 200,000 of you following the WagerTalk YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, do it right now. Instant alerts every time these videos go live. We got a great special offer right now. NBA by the playoffs for $195. You get the rest of the regular season for free. My NBA is rolling right now, 15-5 in my last 20. I'm on an 80% all sports run. And oh, by the way, I do have a 5% big ticket going tonight in the association. You want to get on board 30 and 15, 67% with my last 45 NBA big ticket reports. That dates back, I think, to 2021. So extended streak and a 67% full season this year in the NBA with the 5%. Visit my page, wt.buzz/TC, to get on board. Just go to the website, WagerTalk.com. So we've got the Warriors coming in with no rest. They had the win in LA last night. And we say, oh, well, Golden State, no rest. At this stage of the season. Well, first and foremost, we got a quote from Steve Kerr saying that he expects, quote, all hands to be on deck for the second night of back-to-backs tonight. So we're not going to see, we saw Butler play 36 minutes, Podziemski played 36 minutes, Curry and Green 34. Well, Golden State expects to have all those guys in the lineup tonight. That's what Steve Kerr is saying. And it's worth noting what we've seen from Golden State with no rest. Last time with no rest, they beat Milwaukee by 9 as underdogs. The time before that, they beat the Knicks as underdogs. The time before that, they beat the Rockets in Houston. So they're beating good teams on the second of back-to-backs, regardless of venue. That's been the Warriors' MO right now. Of course, we look at the Denver side of the equation, and they've got injuries, a lot of injuries right now. Jamal Murray's missed the last 3 games. Christian Braun's a question mark tonight. The Joker's a question mark tonight. Aaron Gordon's a question mark tonight. Peyton Watson's a question mark, but the Murray's the big one. Obviously, the rest of the guys are big. Murray's the guy who hasn't been playing in recent games that we really don't know if he's going to suit up. Jalen Pickett, his replacement, is adequate, but there's a big difference between having an all-star and having an adequate backup point guard at this stage of the season. And Denver's 3-5 their last 8 games. They're not playing great basketball right now. And as we saw the other night, Mike Malone's not worried about balls to the wall. They lost at home to the Spurs. And the night after, we saw them play that crazy game against Minnesota. So, look, and Denver's got a brutal schedule the rest of the way. They got the Pacers, the Grizzlies, the Warriors, the Kings, the Rockets on the road at the Warriors. So, that's tonight. It's no easy task for Denver. I'm not convinced they're going to be at all strength tonight. And it's a Warriors team that is a one-way team for me right now. Golden State has played far better than their season-long stats would show since they got Jimmy Butler. I expect them to win tonight. Warriors or pass for this better. Let's talk about a second late-night game. And this one perhaps not as entertaining. We certainly got a big point spread here. That would be the LA Lakers minus 14 at home against the New Orleans Pelicans. Total in this game sitting at 220 and a half, 221. Looking at my Odds Logic live odds screen. And by the way, if you want a 7-day promo, check out the Odds Logic live odds screen yourself. I think it's a really valuable tool. I can't live without it, to be perfectly honest. Go to oddslogic.com/Teddy and get a 7-day free trial of the Odds Logic live odds screen. Again, if something you're thinking about, check it out. It's free, 7 days. Again, oddslogic.com/Teddy to take advantage. So we've got a Pelicans team that's had a lot of ugly blowouts lately. 135-116 the last time these two teams played. This was just in March, not a long time ago. They lost by 17 at Phoenix, New Orleans, by 19 to the Lakers, by 12 and 29 to the Rockets, by 20 to the Magic, by 46 to the Pistons, by 41 to the T-Wolves, by 16 to the Warriors, by 16 to the Clippers. They shot 51% from the floor the other night and still lost by 16 to the Clippers. And some of that has to do with the fact that they were only 4 of 22 from three-point range. They won the rebounding battle in that game and still lost by 16. So I don't know how many times New Orleans is going to win the rebounding battle by 9, shoot 51% from the floor, and lose in non-competitive fashion. This is not a team I want money on down the stretch. I am not going to advise you or anyone else to look. I don't want money on tanking teams down the stretch. All right. Lakers or pass a priori for me. Zion's out for the year. McCollum's out for the year. Trey Murphy's out for the year. DeJounte Murray's out for the year. Brandon Ingram's in Toronto. That's their 5 leading scorers for New Orleans. All right. They're getting blown out consistently and repeatedly. I can't make a case for the Pelicans. I don't want to make a case for the Pelicans. Bad teams at this stage of the season are not bet on unless you have an extraordinary situation. Question is, what are the Lakers going to bring tonight? They had 18 3-pointers. Austin Reeves had a career-high 9 last night, and they still lost. Now 3-5 their last 8 games. LeBron played 40 minutes last night. Reeves played 40 minutes last night. We don't know what the status is for any of these guys this evening. LeBron gave us a nice quote. That was the best I felt since the injury for sure. I just tried to press, get downhill. The rhythm of my jumper felt pretty good, but it's probably the best physically I felt. Hopefully I can build on that. But, of course, that was a max intensity game. Now it's the second of back-to-backs. This is too much chalk to lay for LA. Plain and simple. So what's the play here? I'll tell you in just a second. Let me give you one more promotion. All right? We appreciate those likes. If you haven't done it, click that like. Follow the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Give us a comment below. And, of course, take advantage. 5% big ticket tonight in the NBA. Don't buy the play. Get on board with every play every day in the NBA for the rest of the season, including the rest of the regular season, just $195. Visit my page at WagerTalk.com, wt.buzz/TC. So Pelicans are unbackable. Lakers on the second of back-to-backs off a max intensity game with a bunch of guys who played major minutes. This is too much chalk, and I don't want the dog. But the total, you better believe the total's worth a wager tonight. All right? Nobody's pushing pace in this game. The Pelicans have no scorers. They have no offense. They've been held to under. Again, they shot better than 50% from the floor the other night and didn't reach 100. They've been held under 103 straight games. 4-0 to the under last 4, 7-3 to the under last 10. Lakers aren't pushing pace. I expect a sluggish affair in LA this evening. Look for the under to be the preferred wager in this one. Thank you so much for watching Wager Talk TV. Best of luck with all your bets on Friday night. And again, 5% big ticket goes tonight. They've been good. Check it out on my homepage, wt.buzz/TC. And thank you for watching Wager Talk TV. Cheers.